Hello, I want to share with you why marriages, why relationship of or marriages of uneducated couples, you get me right, last longer than educated ones. Yes, you see, uneducated couples is been proven, it's been researched and it's been proven. It's not like we are just trying to frame things like to suit the uneducated ones. No, it's been researched and it's been proven that uneducated couples relationship or marriage lasts longer than educated ones. And here's why. Number one is different views in marriage. Different views in marriage. Now, uneducated couples often see marriage as a lifetime commitment, regardless of personal happiness. Divorce may be considered shameful or unacceptable, so they try to endure the challenges. Educated couples tend to see marriage as partnership based on personal growth and fulfillment. If it no longer serve both partners, they are more open to separation. So educated ones want to be committed, want to make it work, while the educated ones, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. There's no need fighting to make it work. Give me different views of marriage. You get me right? So number two, I'm going to say is tolerance and sacrifice. Many educated couples value endurance. Marriage for better for worse. They tolerate hardship like poverty, infidelity, stress, rather than walk away. You get me right? But these educated ones usually have this lower tolerance for toxic behavior. They are more likely to leave when they are disrespected, when they are mistreated, or when they are unfulfilled. They see that okay, this marriage, I'm not fulfilled in this marriage, so let me just leave. You get me right? So another thing is financial independence. You get me right? Financial independence. In educated ones, educated couples, especially women, are more financially independent because they've gone through the process of schooling, got a job or got a business, and they are doing well for themselves because they are educated. Giving them the option to live an an unhappy or abusive marriage. You get me right? Why the uneducated ones, the man is often the provider, the woman is financially dependent. So the dependency makes the separation very difficult. When you see a woman depending solely on the husband, makes the woman don't want to leave because the responsibilities and everything is solely on the man. While the educated ones, they have options like they get a job, they have a job, they have businesses they can do to get themselves. So every other thing that is not favoring them in the relationship, they can easily just turn off the commitment. Get me right? So another one is family and cultural pressure. In rural or traditional way of life, families and society from frown upon divorce. Couple may stay together to avoid. They see that shame. Couple may stay together to avoid. I see that shame of okay, I'm separated with my wife. I'm separated with my husband. Uneducated ones want to avoid it. Get me right? But in recent settings, in recent times, the educated ones will like okay, so I don't care about whatever things that will, whatever culture or whatever settings, shape. That is why you see a lot of baby mamas, and most of the baby mamas are people who are doing well, who are educated, who are doing well. It's either they are educated, they are doing well, they have a business or a good job paying them well, or their character. Most of the baby mamas, the single parents, ladies single parent, the women single parent, it's either they are doing well, they have a job they have a job, a business of their own that's feeding them well, or their character is not just good at all. That is making them a single parent, or maybe probably the third one, the death of their partner. Get me right? But you see, these uneducated ones, they don't like that shame. They like to grow in that marriage, to be in that marriage, and to bear whatever that comes up on it because they don't want to divorce, they don't want to separate. You get me right? That is why it looks like okay, this marriage or this relationship is lasting long. You get me right? So another one is expectations from marriage. Uneducated couples usually enter marriage with basic expectations like children, companionship, survival. As long as those needs are met, they endure whatever it is. They can take care of whatever it is. You give them children, you give them companionship, you give them what they want, they can enjoy. That's why I see the marriage keep going. But the educated ones, The educated ones expect emotional intimacy, intellectual connection, sexual satisfaction, equality. Equality is very, very important to the educated ones, and personal growth. When these things are missing, there's going to be chaos in the relationship, conflicts here and there, fights, quarrel, issues here and there, and everything. So, and also, religion and morality. Many educated couples hold tightly to religious teachings that strongly discourage divorce. While educated couples also interpret religion more flexible or prioritize personal freedom over strict tradition. So they don't give a care. They don't care. Educated ones don't give a care about religion or whatever. They just want to satisfy themselves. They just want to be okay in whatever they are doing. I would also say, lastly, resilience and hardship. Uneducated marriages often last longer, not because they are always happier, but because of cultural, financial, and survival factors that keep them together. While educated couples have more freedom, higher expectations, and the option to leave if the relationship doesn't serve them. Get me right. So they'll just separate if the relationship they see that this relationship is not working the way I want it. They'll just separate. And you see, these educated ones, they want to take control, they want to take in charge. Now, it's gonna be a big heartbreak or a big coerce in the relationship if the wife earns more than the man, or if the wife is doing well more than the man. So that total control want to be confirmed. And in the natural setting, especially in Africa, the man is always the head of the house. I think it's everywhere. The man is always on the head of the house. But when you want an educated woman who has money or is doing well for herself, you want to take control of the house, you want to take full charge of the house, you want to dominate the house and every activity of the house, while the husband just listen to her and obey and answer yes ma, yes ma. You get me right? So educated couples use this points, to tarnish to spoil their marriages. That's why I see so many educated couples, they are always having issues, quarrel, court cases, and everything, back and forth. Give me right. Why the uneducated ones, they want to be humble, they want to be, because the uneducated ones, they rely solely on the husband. So if the husband is providing for me, what do I want? What else do I want? That is just an issue between the educated and the uneducated ones. So see you on my next video. If you've not subscribed, subscribe to this channel. See you on the next one. Bye for now.